Chai! Oh, my body dey sweet me as we dey about to start our anatomy gangan. We don finish with osteology wey waste our time, now na to start the real stuff. Na time to dey pour stuff for people because now we dey enter pectoral region. When I say pectoral region, I dey talk about the anterior aspect of thorax. No mind the English o, na just chest I dey talk about. Now, if we are to consider this region, first of all, we go look some important details wey dey the surface of the region. They dey call these things surface landmarks. When we say these things are surface landmark, it means that they can be seen or they can be touched. That is, they can be seen or palpated at this place. Now, for these surface landmarks, first of all, we get the clavicle. That bone we to emphasize on top for our first osteology video. You see I'm at the touch right now for your screen. We can't get the suprasternal notch for the place where the two clavicles meet. You see that depression where they there where you feel press. If you dey hate where we say you go come out like say you won't die. Now you be suprasternal notch. They also call am jugular notch. Then we can't get the sternal angle. Sternal angle is there about 5 centimeters below this suprasternal notch where we talk about right now. They also call am angle of Louis. Now this point, now in two parts of the sternum connect with each other. The body of the sternum and the manubrium of the sternum. So these two parts they meet at this place. They come form one small angle. That is why that place is called the angle of Louis, and it's also the place of the sternal angle. Then we can't get the infraclavicular fossa. Infraclavicular fossa na this part wey dey triangular wey be depression for this side of the body, this lateral aspect. There be the infraclavicular fossa. We can't get the nipple. Nipple for man e dey constant position around 4th intercostal space. So if you touch your nipple, na under am na in the 4th intercostal space dey. But in woman, the thing fit change position because breast dey under am. Also, the nipple dey medial to the mid-clavicular line. Mid-clavicular line na just line wey pass through the middle of clavicle straight down. You see am ba? So this mid-clavicular line now, e dey among one of the lines wey dey this region wey dey important. For example, we get the mid-sternal line, we get the anterior axillary line, and we get the mid-axillary line and the posterior axillary line too. So the mid-sternal line just pass through center of sternum. You dey see am? We get the anterior axillary line wey pass through anterior axillary fold. Now that thick meat wey dey the end of your pecs, the anterior part, e dey guard the front part of armpit. Then we can't get the posterior axillary line wey pass through the posterior axillary fold. You see that thick one wey dey back too. You fit touch am sef. Then we can't get the mid-axillary line wey pass through the center between the anterior and the posterior axillary line. So these are the important lines in this region. Now move through enter cutaneous innervation. Here, in order to make things easy for una, I go carry una back a little to una secondary school days. Remember say they tell you about something like spinal cord, brain, and some other rubbish like that when they been dey teach una nervous system. Now I just want make you know say these two things, that's brain and spinal cord, they supply different parts of the body with nerves where they carry information go come, so you go fit function normally. Now we get some nerves where they enter skin. They call them cutaneous nerves. E get some where they supply muscles, some they supply other internal structures. So if we talk about cutaneous innervation, now the nerve supply of skin, na im I dey refer to. Now, I also want make you know say most of the body collect a nerve supply from spinal cord. And just the same way we then tell you from secondary school, we get like 5 different parts of spinal cord. We get the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and even coccygeal. Now, so these nerves from all these different parts of the body, they go the spinal cord. So now each of these parts where we get, that's the cervical, blah 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 blah, they get different parts too. Like the cervical part now, you get like 8 divisions. That means there's going to be C1, C2, C3 up to C8. We should also get thoracic, will be from T1 to T12. The others too get their subdivision. It dey your screen. Try look at them properly. So now back to business. Now cutaneous innervation for this pectoral region, we go use a landmark to describe them. The landmark we go use na be sternal angle. This sternal angle, above them, the nerve supply they come from C3 and C4, courtesy of supraclavicular nerve. Supraclavicular nerve reach 3. We get the middle, we get the lateral, and we get the medial. They supply the skin above the sternal angle. Then we can't get the below the sternal angle. We get nerve supply from T2 to T6. From T2 to T6, the nerve supply this region, and then in the form of anterior and lateral cutaneous branches. Now, the reason why we no get C5 up to T1 for this place now because they go small excursion go supply upper limb, forming wetin we dey call brachial plexus. Now make we enter the muscles of this region. The muscles of this region dey be three, the major ones. We get pectoralis major, pectoralis minor and subclavius muscle. But we go add another one for the sake of convenience of study. The muscle name na serratus anterior. Now make we first analyse pectoralis major. Na im be the largest muscle for this region. E get shape like fan. The origin of this muscle na, if I say origin, I just dey talk about where the muscle comot from. And this one e get two origin. The two origins dey call them the clavicular head and the sternocostal head. This clavicular head, first of all, e dey for front of the medial part of clavicle. Then we come get the sternocostal head wey get ex ten sive origin. Like first of all, e dey comot for the anterior surface of sternum for this lateral part. Then e also get small attachment to aponeurosis of external oblique muscle. Aponeurosis e just dey like ten don but im flat and im broad. So na just another means wey muscle take dey attach imself to bone. Then e come also get small attachment to the cartilages wey dey connect the ribs to the sternum. They dey call them costal cartilages. Make we look at the insertion of this muscle. The muscle dey insert himself for the lateral lip of bicipital groove. We don already look am that time wey we dey treat osteology of humerus bone. The insertion na im be this for here. Then we come get the lower fibers of the muscle. Last, the lower fibers wey dey that side wey dey close to abdomen, they dey act to form anterior axillary fold. Now for the nerve supply na from the lateral and medial pectoral nerves. So no worry about cramming the nerve root now, because all these things dey go later clear to you when you just no need to cram them. Now actions of the muscle. All muscles get action. That is, they get one movement wey dey help the body do. Now since pectoralis major get two head, e get two actions. First of all, the clavicular head e dey flex the arm, while the sternocostal head e dey medially rotate the arm. Now the next muscle wey we get na im be P minor, pectoralis minor, wey dey dey also call key muscle of axilla. The muscle dey triangular and e dey lie down under the pectoralis major. The origin of the muscle na from the third, fourth and fifth ribs, near where they join their costal cartilages. Then we come get the insertion of the muscle. Na for the coracoid process na im dey insert. You see the location ba? Then the nerve supply of this muscle is the same thing as the pectoralis major. That is medial and lateral pectoral nerves. Then we come get the action of the muscle. Dey get like some actions like that. First of all, e dey assist serratus anterior during protraction. E dey depress the point of shoulder. E dey also act as accessory muscle of respiration when person dey force im breathing. The next muscle wey we get na im be subclavius muscle. Subclavius muscle na one small muscle wey dey under clavicle. The origin na the first rib for costochondrial junction. Costochondrial junction na im the place where the ribs dey meet together with im cartilage. The muscle come dey insert himself for subclavian groove wey dey under the middle part of clavicle. For the nerve supply na nerve to subclavius. Then the action of the muscle na just to stabilize the clavicle, as per say e attach himself to clavicle. Then we come get the serratus anterior muscle wey we talk say na just for convenience na im we dey study am. The muscle na one flat muscle wey dey for side of chest. The origin na from the upper 8 ribs through about 8 digitations. You see the 8 digitations wey I dey touch? The digitations just dey like pointed things wey dey like fingers. No waste your time thinking about which digitation dey join for which rib, abi e dey insert for which place for the border or whatever. Just know say e get 8 digitations wey dey join themselves to the upper 8 ribs. That's for the origin. Then for the insertion, e dey insert himself for the costal surface of scapula near the medial border. Costal surface, that surface wey dey face ribs. Then with the nerve supply of the muscle dey from the nerve to serratus anterior, or more respectively long thoracic nerve. Long thoracic nerve na im be the name wey you suppose try use. Then actions of the muscle na mostly for protraction. We go leave am like that. The thing wey we go treat next na im be fascia. First of all, we go treat pectoral fascia. Pectoral fascia na one fascia wey dey for this region for front of pectoralis major muscle. For up, the fascia go up, e touch clavicle. E come go down until e reach the one wey dey cover abdomen. Then for the side, e continue with the one wey dey deltopectoral groove. Then for down for that same side, e dey continue with the one wey dey for axilla. Now the next thing wey we go look na clavipectoral fascia. Clavipectoral fascia is strong well well. E dey under the pectoralis major muscle but on top the pectoralis minor, so e dey separate two of them. Now, from up to down, you see, first of all, this fascia e dey enclose two muscles. If you look am from up to down, the first one na im be subclavius muscle. So e go split, enclose subclavius. Since e enclose subclavius, the anterior part of it go go attach imself to clavicle, while the other part wey pass through back of this subclavius muscle, e go to touch the deep layer of investing cervical fascia. That's just say the deep fascia of neck. Then e go come go down, enclose the pectoralis minor muscle. After e enclose the pectoralis minor muscle, e go join back together, come form suspensory ligament of axilla wey dey hold axilla up, wey give am that curvature wey you see. So you know say your armpit e press inside, na because of that suspensory ligament of axilla. If you look am from side to side, medially the thing attach imself to first rib through one ligament wey dey call costoclavicular ligament. E come bind himself to first rib and clavicle. Then if you look am for the lateral side, e attach himself to coracoid process. Then the ligament wey dey that side na im be coracoclavicular ligament, wey attach himself to both coracoid process and clavicle. So this fascia, clavipectoral fascia, e dey continuous with all of them for that side. Then e get like 4 structures wey dey pierce this clavipectoral fascia. First of all, we get the lateral pectoral nerve. Then next we get the thoracoacromial artery, we get the cephalic vein, we come get some lymphatics wey dey go the axillary lymph nodes. So among these ones, the lateral pectoral nerve and the thoracoacromial artery, dey comot go outside. Then the cephalic vein and some lymphatics wey I talk about, dey dey enter inside. So 2 things dey comot, 2 things dey enter. Now, the last thing wey we go look for this region na im be breast, but that one you go gats check my next video wey dey on top breast. Like and subscribe so you no go miss on the next video.